Okay, here we are back in the production facilities of Bearhawkville. I just wanted to get a little video here of a cool little tool that I made. It's real useful and just wanted to pass it on. It took all of 6 minutes to make. Probably take longer to make the video here and explain how to use it than it is to basically make the thing. What it is anytime we're making a joint on the tubing, it's when you're sitting there trying to cope joints and do all the different things that are going on here, like you can see, it's really hard from this angle to see if you have any kind of a gap underneath the tubing. And what they do is they recommend, they meaning other people, is they recommend that you use a piece of 1/16 inch welding rod, there you go, and to use that to check the gap. And you would take and just put the welding rod in here and check the gap, make sure that you don't have a 16th. What I've found is real common, and if you can't see it, anytime you have a real long joint, this is not super long, but you do have a long joint here, it's really hard to eyeball to make sure that you don't have any gaps under here. And I have had some places where I thought I had everything fit correctly, and come to find out that this little spot right under here, or the place that I can't see, is the 1/16 welding rod will fit in there quite nicely, and actually there's a relatively large gap and I got to start over. So instead of using these little chunks of welding rod I actually made this little thing. It's a piece of 1/16 inch welding rod, and I got a little chunk of dowel, drilled a hole in it, a little smaller than the rod, stuffed the welding rod section in there, and I put some green masking tape, that high-tack masking tape, to make it visible on the bench. So when I toss it and I don't have it, I can take a look at it and see, oh yeah, there it is. Now you're wondering, Paul, you are so dumb. Why did you take the time to make a little tool? Because there's little chunks of welding rod laying all over the place for tack welds. Well, the reason why is because usually when I'm working on metal, I have my gloves on. I don't have my gloves on with me, but I have my work gloves on, and when you're trying to pick up a little tiny piece of 1/16 inch rod that's flat on the table, or typically that falls flat on the floor, I can't pick it up. This, with the gloves, whatever, I can see it and I can pick it up, and it's real easy to just go here and check the alignment. I can bend it if I need to get a little angle to get up underneath there. And the other cool part is that it's a tiny little alignment tool. If you can see, here's the joint that I'm working on right now. I can just take and just line it up. I don't have to have a square. I line it up, and by golly, there it is. There's the center line of the tube going to the center line of the joint. And it's really easy to use that as a guide. Fun tips. Anyway, it was a pretty cool deal, and it's more useful than I thought it would be. That's about it.